Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome back to Ride or Die. Today, I thought that I would take you through my new game haul. Today, I thought I'd cover the games I got for Christmas and the games that I picked up for myself. Just as kind of a recap, I don't feel great about this. I don't feel great about having hoarded all of these games. The reason I'm picking all these games up is that I'm fully anticipating that over the next year or so, that the Nintendo Switch library will really just kind of dry up as we bridge into whatever the next Nintendo system is. So there are a lot of Nintendo Switch games here, not exclusively Nintendo Switch games. There are a few other systems in here as well, and I'll get to that. Basically, I'm getting a lot of games right now because they're available, and a lot of them have been cheaper. So just to get started off with, I'm going to start with the gift pile. I've got Octopath Traveler 2. My nephew actually got this for me, and I'm really excited for it. I'm looking forward to playing it. Thanks a lot, Jack. It's got that awesome 2.5D RPG look that a lot of these new Squeenix games have, and I'm excited to play it. I think it'll be a ton of fun. Next, we have another RPG, this Eastward. Eastward is either the most boring game you've ever played or a life-changing experience, depending on who you talk to. I sometimes can fit into either one of those camps, so I thought I'd give it a shot. There's apparently some new DLC for this that just came out that turns it into a farming sim, or the farming sim aspect is just kind of separate and probably could have been its own little game. But in any case, I'm looking forward to trying this one out. I'm glad to have it physical. This was download only for a long time. So, yeah, cool stuff. Got this one. I'm just going to kind of slowly bring it up. That's right. It's Detective Pikachu Returns. I know everything that you would say about this game already. I don't care. I like the first one. I like detective games. I like particularly the Professor Layton style, solving mysteries, solving puzzles kind of games. I don't care that this game is like 5 hours long. I don't care that the graphics aren't that good. I'm probably still really going to like it, and I liked the first one. It feels a little weird, I gotta say, to have sequels to 3DS games on the Nintendo Switch, and I don't know why that is, but it just feels a little strange to like have one on one system and the other on the other system. You may not like this. You might feel like this isn't worth the money. I didn't pay for this, so it was definitely worth the money. And then we've got Shin Megami Tensei 3. This was another budget title that I told my family, hey, go ahead and pick this one up. I will probably get to this. I hate to say this is probably going to be at like the very end of a long list of RPGs. I'll get to it when I get to it. I want to say that this was $20. I'm excited that I own it. I'm excited that it's still available, but it's not at the top of my list. And I understand it's pretty good, but there are a lot of other games that I want to play before this one. And then finally, in the gift category, we've got New Yoshi's Island. This game is awesome. This has been on my Christmas list for literally years. As you can see, it's a 3DS game. It's pretty amazing that you can still purchase new 3DS games in this day and age. But this is kind of a meeting place between Yoshi's Island and Yoshi's Story. So it has that aesthetic of Yoshi's Island, but it has the forgiving qualities that Yoshi's Story has. Yoshi's Story is kind of my ultimate chill game. I used to like play that in the afternoons to just kind of unwind, way back when the N64 was still in its heyday. So I really dig this. I think it's a lot of fun. It's definitely not geared towards older audiences. It's really meant to kind of be a light and breezy game. If you're looking for an experience like that, I would definitely recommend this. All right, so that does it for the gift games. It's time to get into the gifted to myself games. So these are the games that I just blew all my own hard-earned money on. We're going to start off with Bayonetta 3. This was on Woot, I believe, for $30. It's a pretty low price for a Nintendo-published game. I went ahead and I scooped it up. I did play Bayonetta 1 and 2 a little bit. I think I played the demos for both. I wanted to play one of these, but I didn't want to pay full price for it. So I'm definitely looking forward to giving this a shot. So hopefully this is fun. If it isn't, I only spent $30 to do it. Cruisin' Blast. Cruisin' Blast is literally a blast from the past. This is a sequel to the Cruisin' series, which came out in like the N64 era. They used to be playable in arcades. I used to love to play, I think it was Cruisin' USA in the arcade. This, from what I understand, is following that same formula, but it's just upping the ridiculous factor by tenfold. So this was only $20. You can get this pretty regularly physically for $20. I understand that it's pretty much one of the best fun racing games out there on the Nintendo Switch. And it stands next to Mario Kart 8 in terms of the just pick up and playability of the entire title. We got Persona 5 Tactica. This is a game that came out literally 2-3 months ago at full $60 price. It dropped down to $30. I scooped it up with a coupon for $25 from Best Buy. I've been having a lot of problems with Best Buy. Best Buy somehow managed to get this one to my door. I don't anticipate that I'll play this anytime soon. I really wanted this so I could continue the Persona story. I like tactics games. I understand that this is a little bit more like Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. So yeah, I'm looking forward to giving it a shot. Don't at me. Pokemon Violet. I'm playing it. I like it. I already owned it, actually. I made a horrible mistake, and I bought a full-priced Nintendo-published title digitally, which I don't recommend that you do. I don't recommend that I do that. And for whatever reason, I did it. I wanted to rectify that and get a physical copy. So now that it's kind of late in the release cycle for this current Pokemon, I picked up this Pokemon Violet Plus DLC pack-in. We actually got both Scarlet and Violet. I'm playing through Violet, and I'm going to be getting into that DLC at any point here. It's sort of a mess, but it's also sort of awesome. To be totally honest, it's like 75% of the way there. If it were 100% of the way there, wow, this would be absolutely incredible. Fingers crossed for the rumored graphics patch that will fix the performance of this game on whatever the next Nintendo Switch console is going to be. I really hope that it comes out because I'm enjoying this. I'm actually having fun with it. I played the original version of this game. This is another Code Recollection. I believe it was called Trace Memory when it came out originally for the DS. This is a case of a game that is maybe just a bit too faithful to its original. It looks a little bit better, and that's sort of where it ends. It still plays like a early DS title. So this comes from an interesting era in the DS where we started to get these kind of visual novel style games where you would use the touchscreen and the stylus to answer questions and kind of work your way through a mystery. And so another Code, which I believe was Trace Memory, was one of these games. There was also Hotel Dusk. The Phoenix Wright games sort of did this. Professor Layton-ish, right? There were some of these visual novels, sort of like unfolding storybook kind of games. My main issue with this is that it's just a little too faithful to the gameplay, and at all points I kind of wished that I was just playing it on a touch screen. I regret this just a little bit. I probably should have just replayed the one on the DS. Then we've got World of Horror. This is actually a physical release by Fangamer. I had pre-ordered this. There's some extra goodies in here. This is a weird game. This is like a Lovecraftian, Junji Ito inspired horror text adventure with a like 1-bit graphic style that's a lot like playing on a Game Boy in black and white. I really just want to spend some time with this all on its own, not playing anything else. This is the kind of game that I think that could suck you in for like a good 2 to 3 days. We've got We Love Katamari, Reroll, Royal Reverie. And we've got We Love Katamari, Reroll, Royal Reverie. Why do I have 2 copies of this, you might ask? Well, the answer is that I ordered it on sale for about $20 from Best Buy, and they said it would be there in 2 days. 3 weeks later, it arrived. In the intervening time, I said, hey, what gives? Where's my copy of We Love Katamari, Reroll, Royal Reverie? They said, uh-oh, maybe something happened to it in the mail. And then they put another copy in the mail. So this copy took 3 weeks to arrive, and this copy took another 3 weeks to arrive. So I don't know what's going on at Best Buy, but it took 6 weeks for some reason to get 2 copies of the same game. Luckily, I only paid once for it. This is a fantastic game if you've never played it. The Katamari games come from a unique era in the history of the PS1 and PS2 titles, where they were really leaning into the kind of Japanese, quirky, unique qualities of the console. So you had games coming out like Vib Ribbon, you had Parappa the Rapper, Jammer Lammy, and then it kind of continued forward with We Love Katamari and Katamari Damacy. This is a great game to kind of just pick up and play. It's a lot of fun. It's not difficult. It's very strange, and it feels just as weird as it did when I played it for the first time probably 20 plus years ago. We've got Ghost Trick. Ghost Trick in America has only been available digitally. I wanted to own it physically, so I ordered this Japanese copy. I actually ordered this from a guy on eBay who said that he purchased it for somebody in the States and they didn't want it. I got it at a pretty good price. To that guy, I'm really sorry that your gift didn't go over as planned. As you said, at least I'm going to get to enjoy it. This is another one of those DS titles actually from the same era as Trace Memory, or Another Code as it's now called. A lot of people say that, you know, going through this was probably the closest thing they'll ever have to playing a perfect game. I've gone through it a little bit. I'm not finished with it yet. I'm looking forward to playing all the way through. Do know that this has the English language option in it, so it will detect that your Switch is set to English. So if you pop this in, it will just pop up with the full English text and it will work as you would expect. And then we've got a few lingering little lurkers here. One is Big Brain Academy, We Degree. Right after Christmas, we went to a retro game store. They didn't have a ton there. This copy of Big Brain Academy was there for $5. And get this store closed not long after I bought this. So thankfully, this copy actually works, and it is worth about $5. It's one of those games where you're sort of like Dr. Kawashima's Brain Training. You're supposed to play it for a few minutes each day. I don't know that works really well on the Wii. It probably works a lot better on a handheld console. It's an interesting idea. It's really unique, but it's really kind of like, what if you put homework in your house? And then finally, an oldie but goodie, and I'm going to kind of slowly bring that one up. Yeah, it's Wii Sports Resort. Wii Sports Resort is one of those games that I should have given a better shake at. It came out at a time that I wasn't totally playing video games. I wasn't really into it. I picked it up anyway, and I just didn't really give it the chance that I should have given it. Looking back, watching the Burback video about Wii Sports Resort, where Eddie Burback and his brother talked all about their love for this game, reignited my interest in it, and I'm glad I picked it up. This is one of those kind of ultimate titles where it does all the things that you want from a specific era of gaming all in one place. And what I mean by that is that the Wii was an era kind of earmarked by a lot of gimmicks. So games where you were flying the Wii remote kind of like an airplane, games where you were flapping your arms like a bird. You were doing all sorts of just ridiculous things. And the best of the ridiculous stuff is in this game. So I'm really happy that I got this awesome copy off of eBay for about $30. It's complete. It looks like new. It has all of its manuals and everything. So I'm really enjoying going back to this. So that's going to do it for all the games that I've picked up in the last 2 to 3 months. If you're looking to pick up games like this, I highly recommend that you visit DekuDeals.com. That's a great place to track the price and the history of prices for games. It's a great way to see, physical costs versus digital costs. That's a big part of how I get the deals on these games that I have. So I think that's going to do it for this video. I really appreciate you sticking out here till the end, and I hope you have a wonderful day.